winner of the New Jersey Press Association's Most Innovative Award.
Welcome back to Greater Media Broadcast News. I'm Susie Shea, bringing you the top headlines in Central New Jersey. Here's what you need to know. Privacy problems, legalizing sports betting, bee bills, hometown hero Tim Howard, and senior spoof returns. The issue of privacy is under surveillance in New Jersey. Local and state officials are debating just how to regulate new technology, from security cameras and aerial drones to automatic license plates readers. Most agree the population has witnessed a growing lack of privacy due to the advent of social media and the pervasive use of cameras and GPS tracking. And the rapid changes of a gadget-centric age have sparked a discussion that has legislators, law enforcement, and the general public seemingly at odds. In an effort to address this issue, lawmakers will review a package of bills introduced earlier this year. These bills would regulate everything from the release of security camera footage to citizens' right to privacy from government intrusion. For more on the privacy debate, see this week's editions of Greater Media Newspapers. And here's Mark Rossman with more headlines.
Residents of the Four Seasons adult community have stated their objection to an application that proposes the construction of an indoor-outdoor sports facility on Woodward Road in Manalapan. At a recent meeting of the Manalapan Planning Board, several residents came forward to express concern about traffic and loss of property values should the facility be built. A competitor who owns a sports facility in Monroe Township has also gone on the record with concerns about the proposal in Manalapan. More testimony about the Sportica application is expected to be given at the Manalapan Planning Board's July 24th meeting. You can read about this development application in this week's news transcript.
The World Cup might be taking place in Brazil, but a Team USA hero got to start right here in New Jersey. Here's Kathy Chain on how the hometown of goalie Tim Howard supports their local icon.
People of all ages filled the North Brunswick Township High School auditorium to watch one of their own, Tim Howard, 10 goal for Team USA in the World Cup soccer game against Belgium on July 1st. North Brunswick is very proud, Mayor Francis Mack Womack wrote on a banner that people signed as they arrived to watch the game. Township officials and Craig Yetzko, Public Information Officer for the township, organized the World Cup viewing. Howard is a 1997 graduate of the high school and a hero in the community. After 120 minutes of play, Team USA lost to Belgium 2-1. Howard made 16 saves, setting a World Cup record. Council President Kathy Nicola said the community is very proud to be home of Tim Howard. Raffles were given out and people were able to purchase t-shirts.
And here's a roundup of headlines you need to know. A package of bills noting the importance of bees to New Jersey's food chain was approved by the Assembly last month. The 6 bills grant protections to the state's commercial and recreational bee industry and heighten public awareness about its importance. Despite a federal ban on sports betting, Monmouth Park may host legalized sports betting by the start of the next NFL season. A state bill passed by the Senate last month would authorize the practice at casinos and racetracks. More than 1,000 young men from across the state convened last month at Rider University for the American Legion Jersey Boys State. The program was designed to provide hands-on experience in politics and leadership. The state is seeking an injunction to block the National Science Foundation and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration from proceeding with planned seismic testing off the coast of Barnegat. Environmental activists say the testing procedure would negatively impact marine life in the area. For more on these stories, see your Greater Media newspaper today. And this week, we welcome back Mike Pavlichko of Greater Media's WCTC with an update on Rutgers sports. After that, we have Tim Morris with more on local sports.
We are big. Rutgers finally a member of the Big Ten Conference, July 1st, 2014. Rutgers fans have been waiting for this for even longer than the almost 2 years since the announcement was first made in the fall of 2012. They've been waiting for this for a long time. All of this is about football, let's face it. All of this is about the money and the television contracts that come along with it. But boy, it's going to be a lot of fun. September 13th, that first Big Ten football game when Penn State comes here to High Point Solutions Stadium, where tonight thousands of fans will be here to hear from Rutgers head football coach Kyle Flood, athletic director Julie Herman, Big Ten Commissioner Jim Delaney, all to celebrate Rutgers, the newest member of the Big Ten, along with the University of Maryland. RU Athletic Director Julie Herman said in a letter to the Rutgers family, the Big Ten is Rutgers' dream house. It's the house you retire in, you pay the mortgage on, and you never leave. Rutgers has finally arrived. I'm Mike Pavlichko on 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
The real boys of summer have come out. Little League Baseball and Softball is celebrating its 75th year in 2014, and as has been the case every year since its inception, the goal of every Little Leaguer is to play in the World Series. For the thousands of boys and girls playing the nation's pastime this year, the first steps towards the fulfillment of their dream is currently underway, with district tournaments being held at Little Leagues all around the area. The district winner moves on in what could be a long and eventful summer for them.
In the minor league division, which is for ages 7 to 11, Manalapan East, wearing red, and Middletown in green, played in the District 19 semifinal on July the 7th at the Tinton Falls Little League Complex. The winner would meet Marlboro the next night for the championship. Players from both teams played like all-stars. Behind some slick defensive play, Manalapan Red won this game 10-5 to set up a meeting with Marlboro for the district championship. This was the final out of the ballgame, propelling Manalapan Red to the final. This is Tim Morris, Greater Media Newspapers.
And here's Amy Rosen with what's going on around town.
Living in an active adult community in Monroe inspired friends Myra Dannon and Merrill Burness to poke a little good-natured fun at situations they observed people getting themselves into when living in a community with rules and regulations, from use of the pool to parking spaces, dog walking, and more. So they created a fictional adult community called Cloacres and hoped that their audience would relate and do what they themselves love to do the most, laugh. Apparently they did, as Fade Out at Cloacres had sold-out crowds when it debuted in 2009 and 2011. Dannon and Burness have revived the play, updated the script, and with a new cast, director, and title, Calamities at Cloacres will be presented at the Heightstown Elks Lodge in East Windsor on weekends from July 11th to 27th. You can read all about it in many editions of this week's Greater Media Newspapers. Back to you, Susie.
For more in-depth coverage and additional stories, see your Greater Media newspaper today. If you want to keep up with us, like us at facebook.com/Greater Media Broadcast News or click on the subscribe button above. I'm Susie Shea. Thanks for tuning in.